A potential security threat was detected mid-flight on AI119 operating Mumbai, New York, JFK today. After following the necessary protocols, the flight Air India returned to Mumbai in the interest of the safety and security of all on board. The flight landed safely back in Mumbai at 10:25 hours local time. The aircraft is undergoing mandatory checks by security agencies, and Air India is extending its full cooperation to the authorities. The flight has been rescheduled to operate at 0500 hours of 11 March 2025, and all passengers have been offered hotel accommodation, meals and other assistance until then. The Air India officials are on the ground making sure to minimize the inconvenience caused to their passengers by this disruption accords the highest priority to the safety of passengers and crew. But meanwhile, viewers, I'd like to show you exactly the route of the Air India flight AI119. When we're talking about that, the flight landed, it was supposed to be going from Mumbai till JFK airport in New York, and it started at 1:43 a.m. IST and 2 minutes early, but it had to land and at Mumbai. It could not go to New York airport, and when we're talking about the route, when about the along the lines of the flight that was supposed to take place, this is the route of the airline Air India 119. It was supposed to go from Bombay to New York, but it could not go because of the security threat. So meanwhile, this flight is supposed to take off tomorrow, and other security measures have been taken care of, and now Air India has provided all accommodation in terms of meals and hotel accommodation to its passenger. We have with us my colleague Brian Thomas joining us on the telecast. Brian, in terms of this threat that was given to the Air India flight 119, now we've seen that the airline had to land and could not go to the New York departure. It could not go there on the JFK airport. So what details are coming in terms of that?
Well, Ria, definitely now the very Air India flight from Mumbai to New York, AI119, was forced to return mid-air today after, a potential security threat was detected on board. Now, very importantly, the aircraft also followed standard security protocols and landed safely at Mumbai International Airport at 10:25 a.m. and upon landing, security agencies also initiated mandatory checks, and Air India also assured full cooperation with the authority to facilitate a thorough investigation. Now, very importantly, the flight has also been rescheduled to depart from 5 a.m. tomorrow, and in the meantime, also Air India has provided all necessary hotel and accommodation, meals, and necessary assistance. And even the spokesperson for Air India also said that a potential threat was detected mid-flight on AI119 operating Mumbai, New York, and after following the necessary protocols, the flight returned to Mumbai in the interest of the safety and security of on board. Now, the spokesperson also added that the teams are working on the ground to minimize inconvenience for the passengers, and as always, Air India accords the highest priority safeties of passengers and crew. And with the nature of security threat that has not been disclosed, authorities are still conducting a detailed and a thorough investigation, Ria.
All right, we also have with us Vipul Saxena, aviation expert joining us on the telecast. Vipul Saxena, in terms of this security threat that was, it was given to this Air India flight 119, it had to land mid-flight, they had to reschedule it, and it landed due to a security threat. What exactly is your take on the ongoing situation when it comes to the security threats that are given to the airlines and the flights?
See, I have 2 points to make here. One is that if it was received at mid-flight and the airline decided that this needs to be checked, why it had to fly back to Mumbai? So mid-flight means almost 7-8 hours flight already gone, and aircraft returning taking about 7-8 hours. So why aircraft has to be put into risk for so many hours? Why it was not made to land near the nearest airfield? Second thing, now that the protocol is being followed, so once protocol clears it, the airlines will go will take action whether to clear the aircraft or not clear the aircraft. But on the security point, I'm really surprised why from the halfway through aircraft was brought back to Mumbai.
Vipul Saxena, in terms of when we're talking about Air India Airline, this is not the first flight that has received such a threat or any kind of security threat that was detected. How do you think that airlines are supposed to tackle, and what should be the next course of action for them in terms of situation like these?
No, nowadays, you remember a few months ago, there were, number of more than 100 threats came in. After that, there has been a, system devised with the indulgence of IB, Home Ministry, DGCA and all that. And there is a mechanism which, does a kind of litmus test on this kind of threat. And only when that seems to be a potential threat, action of recalling the aircraft is done. So I'm sure if the aircraft has been recalled, there must have been some potential threat to this aircraft.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.